Jackson, come work this thing. Me want to listen to Gregory Fabulous right now.
Real Talk Wednesday.
Real Talk.
An hour a day with the Dread UK, Monday to Friday. On Monday,
Reggae Traffic.
on Tuesday,
Retro and Revival.
on Wednesday,
Real Talk.
on Thursday,
Promote the thing.
on Friday.
Feel Good Friday.
The Dread UK Production YouTube channel. Real talk and real music right here.
Yes, greetings viewers and subscribers. It's another Wednesday, and you know what Wednesday means? Real talk, live and direct here on the big one. I don't know, say yes, the news is still going on mad out there with this agenda was being pushed. And it's not just being pushed here in Britain, it's being pushed around the world. Who's not dealing with it in the West, they get threatened. And this is the sort of thing. I'm telling you about them people here, and people here are moving gold. But certain of our African leaders are not having it. And I'm proud of them for that. You know what I mean? They're not having it. They're standing up to the bullying from America and Britain for this thing here to be coming to pass all the time. This is all they want to just show us. This stupid narrative. Yes, I'm talking about the gay lesbianism and the whole thing. Welcome to the building, my VIP Bluebird. Big up yourself. And I'll drop to all of the VIPs due to forward in a little bit later. But yes, we're on a real talk, and the subject continues. Yeah, about these sort of things, what's being pushed, this narrative, and these people who's pushing the narrative. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you some footage, but I'm just gonna what should I do? Just play some music and get us into the mood. Something lyrically, yeah, worthy, so we can just get into what's going on in the system. You see what I'm saying? Get our heads in tuned. Yeah, because it's a whole heap of things. What? Believe you me, is going on in front of people's faces, and people do not realize what is going on right in front of them. You know what I mean? A lot of artists who's been here and singing music, they've been giving you bits and pieces of hints about a lot of things. But you see what happens is they get mixed up with, or people mix it up with, being a star or this or that, and they're not actually listening to the lyrics, what's being portrayed or shown to them. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know, say, we're going to get you in tune. We're going to bring in Roy Ayers and Rick Holmes, yeah? And they're going to tell you about Remember to Remember. Jem Ray, welcome to the building. Yes, it's all right. Listeners are talking about a lot of the heroes, especially for the black community, yeah, a lot of the past heroes, and they're just reminding a few of them about these heroes. See, so I'm gonna just play a couple of these things, and then we're gonna get into that discussion there. I've got some footage showing you the African leader quite clearly standing up to the aggression of the West, especially like America and Britain, who's pushing this narrative all over the world, and expecting countries to really live like with them, and then misguided behavior, let's say. You know what I mean? All right. Roy Ayers, Rick Holmes, seen? They're going to say remember to remember. So we're going to get your memories together right now. Humble Traveller One, all on. Big up yourself. All right, here it is. So it's all about extending the knowledge today. MC Trooper.
John Coltrane said, "I love supreme." I interpret that to all living things. Donny Hathaway said, "The ghetto Woody Shaw said, why? John F. Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Pass the information, extend the knowledge.
Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Stevie Wonder said, inner visions, interpretation, watch with your ears. Aretha Franklin said, respect. Barry White said, love. Nina Simone said, to be young, gifted, and black.
Oh,
James
you
Brown
mean?
said, stay in school. Cannonball Adderley said,
It's all about the awareness, you know?
you're not prepared for adversity.
The narrative that's been pushed on us, the straightforward people. And there's people in the world that's not having it.
Isley Brothers said, harvest for the world. I know there
That's
can
the information.
Extend
That-
the knowledge.
Extend the knowledge.
Pass the information.
Welcome to the building, Greg Irie.
Extend the knowledge.
Yeah, man, lots to all of the VIPs around here. Big up yourself in real time. Lots to all of the catch-up watchers, you know.
says you'll never know.
If you've not subscribed yet, do hit that subscription button. Do hit the like button as you're reaching in on the VIPs. Big up yourself.
That's who I saw today. Earth, wind, and fire said, keep your head to the sky. I know there is a force far wiser than I. The Creator has a master plan. From the pen of Leon Thomas and Pharoah Sanders. Alex Haley said, roots. Gerald Wilson said, you better believe it. Charlie Parker said, now is the time. Wake up! Billie Holiday said, God bless the child. LTD said, love, togetherness, and devotion. Bobby Bland said, as soon as the weather breaks. Sam Cooke said, you send me. Roy Ayers says, believe in yourself. Gil Scott Heron said, winter in America.
Oh, yes, indeed.
It was a grazing in the grass.
Hey, it's a big tune, this, you know. I'm not even going to go down too far, but you get the gist. Yeah, man, talking about a lot of the heroes. One of those heroes you heard him just mentioned there was this man here, Gil Scott Heron. And he's going to do something, and he's going to tell you straight what's going on. It ain't no new thing. Now, you have to take in the lyrics on this, and it's addressing the issues of black music being stolen, being regurgitated by certain other artists, yeah, and you know, some of those artists don't get the props for what they've brought there as a genre. It's just been taken over and been remarketed, and left some of these artists like they didn't have no purpose. What may I tell you? Gil Scott Heron, yo, big artist, rest in peace. Hear this.
I'd like to go into a thing called Ain't No New Thing. It's based on the fact that white people continue to rip off black artists. They continue to steal their material, their styles, the very cultural elements that make the black artist the outstanding artist and master of music that he has been. And it ain't no new thing, to tell the truth, that these things are going on. We point out very expressly the fact that Stanley Crouch comments on his album, Ain't No Ambulances for No Niggas Tonight, that Chuck Berry was doing like a very heavy thing, a very heavy rock and roll thing, the king of rock and roll, as a matter of fact. But like, white people couldn't dig having their daughters go to no shows and cream over no black man wiggling on the stage, so consequently they invented Elvis Presley and let him do it. So we want to get
word,
no new thing, and talk about some people. cultural rape, and no geographical boundaries on white hate. And bizarre, scarcely concealed
Real
attempts to
Talk
eliminate black
Wednesday.
generators of sun heat feeling. Ain't no new thing to see demon fangs curling out from under squeezed tight, too thin lips and leaping at jugular veins in burning black throats that either blow or sing or cry or scream.
Real
Ain't no
Talk
new thing to see the
Wednesday.
bubbling envy flashing from the depths of soulless eyes as still another link with God is created. We used to having white people try to rob us. Why don't they try stealing some of this poverty? Ain't no new thing.
Hey, that's so skill.
And they try
We used to people robbing us. Why don't they try and steal some of this poverty? What are lyrics?
began to evoke and conjure, entice and struggle with black spirits, rhythmic spirits of blues, work songs, gospel songs, freedom songs, and songs of love of Mother Night. Screaming rhythm juju, rhythm voodoo, rhythm black magic that calls back to lost worlds and lost lifestyles, calling back to lost peace and peace of mind, calling back to Genesis, calling back to the drum, calling back to the drum, calling back to the first song chant that original man created. In 1896, this new spasm was called ass, but the ass would not be kicked. So it was copied in an attempt to control it, and then it was called jazz. We used to having black innovators copied and sent back to us. What about the Osmond Brothers? What about Elvis Presley? What about Tom Jones? We used to having people try to rob us. It ain't no new thing. They use the media to project their jazz idols. Tommy Dorsey and Jimmy Dorsey and Harry James and Benny Goodman, and I suppose someday Lawrence Welk will join that elite group. And then there was sweet Bessie Smith laying on the blood-soaked backseat of that broken-down jalopy with a tattered quilt wrapped around her shoulders, waiting for someone to come to her aid on a rainy Mississippi night, while a white hospital will not accept her right across the street. Ain't no new thing. Fats Navarro screaming through tormenting dreams, frustration ripping at his mind and bowels. Over 100 pounds melted from his frame as he battled that white powder mountain. Ain't no new thing. Cultural rape and no geographical boundaries on white hate hide black musicians away in funky smoke-filled nightclubs, the chitlin' circuit. Saturate their worlds with two-bit punks, washed-out baggy-faced white whores, weasel-faced yellow-skinned junkies, and cutthroat white managers, producers, agents, owners, and on and on and on. We used to have white people try to rob us. Ain't no new thing. We have dug his game. Charlie Parker will live on. John Coltrane will live on. Eric Dolphy will live on. Billie Holiday will live on. Jimi Hendrix and Clifford Brown and Lee Morgan will live on, and on in the sunshine of their accomplishments, the glory of the dimensions that they added to our lives. We declare war on Eric Burden. We discredit the talents of Janis Joplin and Rare Earth. We urge that the next Blue-Eyed Soul group include Melvin Laird, Lyndon Johnson, Nixon, and Spearhead Agnew, and be called As the Stomach Turns. We urge that the album John Wayne Sings the Blues be released. Release the album J. Edgar Hoover Sings James Brown. Release the album Wallace and Maddox Sing Sam and Dave. Why not? We hear Tony the Tiger saying, right on, Tiger. We heard Nixon talking about power to the people. It ain't no new thing. 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 America is always the same old shit.
Yo, you couldn't say any plainer than that. And look how long them struggles was going on. And he's telling you it ain't no new thing back in them days there. And look at what we're faced with now. Nowadays, with all of these governments here and this and that. You know what I mean? They're all, you know. You see in the news right now. You see in the news right now. Oh, you mean, welcome Mystic to the place. In the news right now, the big thing is the boat people. Oh my gosh, what a hoo-ha. I've just seen them arguing with each other over what they're going to do with the boat people. Yeah, they don't even business if this law, what they come in, breaks human law rights. They're going to tell you about the refugees and how great they've been. Yeah, they're going to tell you about, the refugees they've taken in from Hong Kong, the refugees they've taken in from Afghanistan, and they're going to talk about the recent plight and how they're doing this business, all this great business, what they're doing for Ukraine, fighting a false proxy war, you know what I mean? And fooling the people to it, you know? And imagine, yeah, America's behind the whole thing and the rest of it. America and Britain is behind the whole thing. Yeah, man. They sit down there and go on and blow up the main oil field going to Europe. Lord have mercy. It's so blatant. And the Europeans just took that. You know what I mean? They say, yeah, it's all in the goodness because, you know, Putin and his evil regime. Yeah? Nobody no more evil than them people there who everybody are go against right now. Yeah? The most evilest regimes in the world is going to be America and Britain. No matter where them come tell everybody else in the world that they're a tyrant, this one's a tyrant, wah. The two biggest is America and Britain as them lapdog behind them. May I tell you, yeah? You see all the rhetoric now, them are going to try one bother China. And they're not realizing all of these nations is quite frankly fed up with you, your LGBT laws, your twisted thing. We don't want it. Nobody don't want it. Yeah? You're trying to go to Africa and you're trying to push this narrative. They don't want it. People don't want it. Why don't they get this to their self and get it in their skull? Just give up already, man. You know what I mean? Come out of decent people's life trying to push this dirty narrative. Like, move up, please. You know what I mean? Please. We've had enough of it. We're tired of it. In every little... I stopped watching TV because of you people. Because at the end of the day, every little TV program's got to include your sorry asses. You know what I mean? We don't want to hear no more than you. About you and your silly cause. Don't want to hear about how Russia is evil, like you never do no evil, yeah? We don't want to hear no more about, the boat people that come in here illegal and we can't take it. And you're racing up all of these people to start think with this kind of narrative. I was listening to some chat shows today. You want to hear some of the people? No, we can't take no more. Well, it's only a little island and wah. When you look at their record, for all of this displacement of people across the world, Britain take the less. And it's been doing that historically. And now they find this thing, if the people get here illegal and one bag of tush. Alright, you know what I mean? You know what? People's waking up to this rubbish and they're seeing it, yeah? I don't business about people when they're going to come talk about they're coming from Ukraine. That does not affect me. I haven't got that sympathy for them, and I ain't got that sympathy for LGBT neither. Yeah? None of it. I'll just tell you it straight. I ain't got no sympathy for them and their foolishness. Yeah? The reason why this is all going on, this war's been going on from 2014. It only gained momentum. They got warning about it, but they're pushing ahead. And the main reason they're using, because, all these countries here, they don't like gay or LGBT. So you got all of them people behind, they got the media behind it, pushing this stupidness. And then there's more and more people actually falling for it. But no. I've got this piece of footage, and I'm going to show you, Ugandan president respond to US threats, Yeah, I mean, it's getting messy out there, people. You know what I mean? Imagine a country needs aid, yeah? Or needs this or that or whatever because you know what? The West's agenda is to keep Africa down. But you see, people like China and Russia and them thing there has been helping. Whenever the West sanctions somebody, who helps them out? Not China and Russia. So you see how you look at sanction and you look at foolishness and all of your war crimes from the time when you go and destroy Yemen, all of these places, Syria, all of these places. All right, the world, the earthquake the other day in Syria hide some of your atrocities. God, the place did broke down already from the time you was funding terrorists to go mash up the people in them's country because they didn't want your gay business. Look at Qatar. Look at that. You went down there, played World Cup football, got yourself beaten up, And then you come back, and then all of you lot was making up noise about, oh, wearing these rainbow armbands. The people them tell you, say, come over there, sir, with your LGBT armbands, we will arrest you. And it soon shut them up, innit? It makes me laugh. I'm telling you, it's just a lot more people need to take the stand. And a lot more people are taking the stand. You know, the people them's reporting on TV like to say, these people there, yeah, everybody's getting into their rights. But no, a lot of people is against what you're doing. Yeah, a lot of people's fed up of your whinging about how we must include you in life. Yeah, we are fed up to the eye teeth, mate. Yeah, don't care, mate. You know what I mean? Like, get a proper life, and we don't have to look at your nasty life. Simple like that. Yeah, straight. You know what I mean? Anyway, let me hear this daughter's report here right now. She's showing you, say, that in Uganda, the president respond to their threats and them thing there. Cause America threatened them. Oh, we won't give you no aid unless you like gay people. You remember when they had the little Olympics or something in Russia, and they tried the same thing with them? Yeah, oh, Russia don't like gay. Yeah, but Putin cleverer than them. He said, yeah, man, me like gay, cause Elton John is my brethren. He soon shut them up, man. Yeah. So I say it, go. It's all of this big narrative was being pushed, and we don't take in none of it. It's rubbish. Anyway, come in, young lady, and show them what the footage where you have.
Or even death, as so many people have already lost their lives to this alone. And the United States have been fighting for so long to make it legal in so many African countries. But then again, recently the president of Uganda signed an anti-gay law in the country of Uganda. And because of this, the United States has threatened to take away its aid that are being provided to the country of Uganda.
Excuse me,
It seemed the topic of homosexuals was provoked by the arrogant and careless Western groups that are fond of coming into our schools and recruiting young children into homosexuality and lesbianism. Even now, I have not really fully understood it, that you can fail to be attracted to all these beautiful women here and elsewhere, and you are attracted by a man. That's a very serious matter.
You see it? It's a very serious
it
matter.
There's something really wrong with you.
What you mean? Give them a life
For
sentence,
me,
yes?
in my simple way, I thought they must be born like that. No study has shown that. No study has shown that you can be homosexual purely by nature.
Isn't it? What kind of rubbish?
Since nature is the main cause of homosexuality, then society can do something about it to discourage the trends. That is why I have agreed to sign the bill.
Around the world. What I can tell you about steps the United States might take in response is that we are undertaking a review of our relationship with Uganda in light of this decision.
But Museveni remains unperturbed.
The outsiders cannot dictate to us. This is our country, this is our society, this is our future. It is not anybody's future. The outsiders will have to live with us, or if they don't want, they take their aid and we shall. Uganda is very rich, we don't need aid.
You heard that. They don't need your aid. He's told you that. And there's few more countries told them that you don't need aid. Yeah? They're giving out aid to country and make it sound like, oh yeah, we're saving people. Yeah? But the first thing they're considering, oh, do they like homosexual? How can we put our narrative into them? Yo, they don't realize that Africa is the future. Yeah? So when the US is going on for how they've been going on for years, and they don't never fix a road in Africa, they never do nothing. Them World Summit, all Obama, whole Africa Summit in America, chat one load of tush, nothing never gonna take place. What do you expect the African nations to do? They're not gonna listen to you. Look at this senile old man in America run up and down. Every time you see him on TV, he's trying to jog like he's fit. Yo, him look like him ready for drop and pop his clogs any day now. What is this rubbish here I'm seeing? Yeah? In front of people, blatantly. And all they're doing is bringing this twisted narrative about people can be whatever genre they want to do. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, they got LGBT trannies and all of this and that performing shows for children with people with baby in there. Now, what kind of rubbish is that? May I tell you? Yo, Lord of mercy. Anyway, let's hear some more. Him say he don't need your aid. You know what I mean? Hey, anyway, on a different note, just slightly changing it before I even go back, yeah? Hey, commiserations to all of those in the football, yeah? The Man United fans. Oh, my days. What? Liverpool school them 7-0, you know, over the weekend there. Lord of mercy. Anyway, just got that out. Yeah, commiserations to the Man United fans. Anyway, back to the thing. I'm telling you, they're pushing their narrative hard and they're threatening now with aid because of this LGBT nonsense. Yeah, fire for them and their foolish narrative right now. Talk up, leader, and tell them straight how it go. Tell them how Africa rich.
Continue to urge.
Well, that is the video, you guys. And please, what do you guys think? Because since the news broke, there have been so much outrage going on and people stitching the video and giving their 2 cents as well, which I have put together some of the response for you guys. So let's quickly check them out. And also, please leave your thoughts and let me know what you think at the comment section below.
This is a true leader of Africa. We have no problem with LGBTQ, but don't force it on.
Yeah, Uganda. I don't know your president, but he make me proud to be an African.
Yes,
I don't know your president, but he make me proud to be an African. This is what we need. This is the type of leader we need. We don't need cowards as leaders. We don't need cowards as leaders. This is what we need. Mr. President, I salute you. Who the hell is United States? Dear United States, you want to go to hell? Go ahead, go to hell. You want to put your children in bondage? Go ahead, put your children in bondage. We don't care. But do not come to Africa and ask us to put our children, our generation in bondage because of an abomination.
Right.
You can live how you want to live. Don't bring it to Africa.
The world. What I can tell you about steps the United States.
I didn't know how to make this video without it sounding like I was anti-rainbow, but hear me out. All right, so I remember last year Uganda uncovering all their gold, like millions of tons of gold, plus it was worth about $13 trillion. That's with a T, $1 trillion. And I knew after seeing that story that the powers that be was going to try to get their hands on this gold. Now, y'all think about everything that's happening in this world right now. The unrest that's in Mexico, the unrest in Haiti, slavery happening in India, in China, in Africa, the war that's happening between tribes in Africa, people dying every day by the hundreds. All this stuff is happening, okay, around the globe. There are environmental dangers right now. The world is literally on the brink of like turning into a ball of fire. And you mean to tell me that the United States is saying that they're going to stop giving aid to Uganda because of the LGBTQ community? As much power as the United States have to fix everything pretty much that's happening across this world, they're choosing that to be what they advocate for. All the different things that's happening in the United States right now, that the government is not taking a part of, but the government is saying that we want to give rights to the LGBT community in Uganda. All I'm saying is that at the end of the day, we know this is not about rights, and that's the reason why people quit jumping on trains all the time, because it's not about the rights of those people, it's about the gold that they want to take out of their country.
Around the world. What I can tell you about steps of the United States.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. I love my country. I love the country that I live in. Been an American citizen my entire life. I love the people. But I don't love the government, and I see the government for what it is. Many people are starting to see the tear down from within inside our own government, and they don't even take care of their people, and they think that they can go into other nations with their extremist ideology and be the big bad bully and is going to dictate to other nations how they're going to live and do things in their country, and if they don't abide and listen to them, they're going to remove things from them. That's the definition of communism. And a lot of things that are being revealed about what our government has done in many, many other nations, including the Middle East, what's happening with Russia and all these other places, as you see nations separating from America, the crumble happening, and judgment is upon America. And it's our own fault. For far too long, America has been prideful. And I'm very grateful for the men and women who have died serving for our freedoms, now to watch our freedoms being taken. They don't take care of their own people. And I stand with Uganda. You're not going to go into another country and dictate to their president and their God-given rights on how they're going to live and do things in their country. And this is the tactics of the big bad bully, the government. And if you can't see it for what it is, I pray that your eyes are open, because these viewpoints and extremist ideologies that only in America, that are through the TVs that we watch, that program, and we see the society, the depraved society that we have, and you extend overseas, and some of these ideologies they've never even heard of. I stand with you, Uganda. I stand for everybody's God-given right. I pray for your president that he may be blessed, protected, that you guys are protected, and know that there are citizens inside of America that also stand with you too. And praise be to God for people like your president that stands up for the rights of people, to protect your people from this wicked ideology that is spreading and corrupting America's society. And don't worry, they don't really care about anybody. They're tearing us down over here too. And I'm praying that more citizens wake up, because other nations certainly are seeing that America is no longer the beacon of liberty and light and freedom. God bless you guys.
Right, you see it there? Now I've got to commend that guy there for keeping it real right there. Now he's showing you straight. It's not a division thing about cultures. Now you got an American there who's been an American citizen, love his country all his life, and he can see exactly what's going on. So, like with him, I would say, go on, big up your African leaders and don't drop off. I hear me, blessings upon blessings for reach the eye them. Yeah, because this nasty narrative what the world is, but what the Western world is trying to push on people with their cultures and this and that, it can't work. And furthermore, they're spreading it, and we're in here, in these countries here, yeah, when people like that man, he was born in America. Yeah, I was born in Britain. And imagine this, I never grew up with all of this rubbish here. And furthermore, with my family background and this and that, and our cultural background, and the way we was raised, these things was a no-no, and it's always been a no-no. So I don't see how over fashion or over somebody's ideology, what they're going to do that to mash up the families so people can't, you know what I mean? This judgment is real. Me, I tell you. It real. Carry on. Let me hear what the idiot I figure say for himself about America. You know, see, what a dopey butt. Yeah, man. I tell you, people wake up and see this foolishness was going on. You know what I mean? But they're giving warnings.
Taking a review of our relationship with Uganda in.
So the United States and Western nations are actively trying to bully African countries into accepting the whole LGBTQ lifestyle and legalizing marriage and whatnot for those countries. And a lot of these African countries.
See, there's a lot of people noticing it.
That's not our society. Please don't try to push that agenda on our people. And yet now the United States is threatening to withhold aid as if we don't already rob the continent of Africa as a Western nation because they don't want to accept this lifestyle.
Real Talk Wednesday.
You call what is being pushed an agenda that you are a bigot. But to me, if you decide that you want to go into a sovereign nation and push any type of lifestyle that they're not willing to accept, not only is that an agenda that you have to formulate, but it's a form of colonization. And that's what this is to me.
Around the world. What I can tell you about steps the United States.
Okay, first of all, let's get this straight. United States, USA, whatever the fuck you guys call yourself. You cannot go around the fucking world and start bullying people to do stuff because you guys are okay with all this bullshit and nonsense.
Sorry for if anybody is about the explicit language, boy, it has to be delivered real still, you know, with real passion. So if you're partial to explicit language, please forgive me, but I say it, God, people are annoyed about this agenda, what's being pushed.
Fucking shit. There are culture in Africa, and that culture they want to keep. I know you guys don't understand nothing about culture, but it's okay. Keep your people in your country. If you don't like it, the way they are ruling their government, don't go there. Do not go there. Simple as ABC. You cannot bully the Uganda president, the Liberian president, to legalize LGBTQ. Legalize LGBTQ for what? For what? What goes on in America goes on in the Western world. Don't have to go on in Africa.
Real talk.
Real Talk
what the Uganda
Wednesday.
president says. Fuck you and your goddamn aid. Keep
Real
your
talk.
aid. Uganda has so much resources. They don't need your fucking aid. You guys are the one that need African aid because
Exactly, because over the years, yeah, all of these European nations and this and that, Africa's been its bread basket, its food basket, its minerals, taking it out. Look at the mobile phone where you see this young lady's got. Where do you think they get the minerals from, all of that? They're digging up the ground. And then when you look at these nations here, you have to wonder, it's the richest minerals around the world, and the West tries to hold it down. They show you pictures on TV with people with fly on their nose talking about famine, and, you know, they're conning the people about AIDS for Africa and this and that. And this is what they do with their AIDS money. They're depending on LGBT, you know what I mean, thinking for you to even get this money here, what they're conning the people around the world with all of their appeals and all of this and that. Look at all the Red Cross and them people there. They got a people place and then they're abusing people on the war front. Imagine, people's just gone through war and then you got these people that come with the Red Cross and then them gone into them nasty behavior with the people them when they're vulnerable. Yo, that me I tell you. But you see, judgment I reach cause nothing I reveal. Yeah, and no more. Nobody's not taking no more of this. I tell you, say that Africa is the future. You see them place here? Judgment. Oh. Anyway, carry on, woman. And like I'm saying, if you're partial to the bad language, excuse that, but it's passion being shown here, and the truth has to be revealed. So, you know, she express it with real passion because, you know, see it, them people there on the ground. You know, see it. Anyway, more.
without Africa, y'all cannot survive anyway.
Here?
Y'all cannot survive anyway. Why the hell are y'all always trying to bully people? The time of bulliness is over.
Judgment.
You guys are not the number one power
Judgment.
in the world anymore.
Judgment.
I know you guys are fighting with Russia and China to be back the number one power. It's not going to happen. Africa had enough of your motherfucking asses. Keep your asses in America and in Europe. If you don't like the way they are going or according to their laws, don't go there. Don't go there. Keep your ass in America.
You hear it? You see when they're saying, you know, they're people, they're going to people's countries and telling them how to live. And look at when people come to their country as refugee on the boat. You know what I mean? They close off all the other routes, how people used to sneak and call and claim asylum. So now if you come in with a boat, you're automatically illegal. These are the people, these same, they're coming like demons. You don't see it. But their time is up, so they're on desperate moves right now. I tell you, judgment.
Keep your ass in Europe.
Oh.
That is just simple. Keep your ass in America and Europe. The audacity you guys have is unbelievable. It is absolutely unbelievable, the audacity you guys have. Y'all think people scared of you guys? No, they are not scared of you guys no more. Focus on Russia and China. And stay out of African business. Stay out of Africa business.
Real Talk Wednesday.
What I can tell you about steps of the United States.
Hey TikTokers, it's your girl Dominique, and I'm here to talk about this story. Please go look at the original video. So the story is basically about America going against Uganda, one of the countries in Africa, because they don't want to legalize homosexuality. And they threaten if they don't legalize homosexuality, they would take away their aid that they give to Uganda. To me, that's wrong, and I'm going to tell you why. First, I'm not sure of when they came up with this, agreement to help Uganda. And if it was prior to homosexuality being accepted in America, you are absolutely wrong to say I'm going to stop supplying you aid solely because you don't want to make it legalized in your country like it is over here. First off, that's wrong. And secondly, we have to understand, even though we might aid that country, we do not own that country. And as a country, they decide what they feel is acceptable, they feel what is not acceptable, and they make the laws over there. I know that might sound crazy, right? But it's okay to have countries with different opinions. Now, do I think it's morally wrong? Probably. Because again, nobody should be standoff or disrespected, right? And homosexuality fits in that bubble as well. But at the same time, they have all rights not to accept it if they do not want to. America has to understand we are very versatile and open to a lot of things that other countries don't really tolerate in their country. And that's okay. But like I said, if America had this agreement prior to homosexuality being accepted in the United States, and now you're trying to force a whole nother country to accept it solely because you're providing an agreement that you said you would do, America is wrong. And I live in America, but I understand that even though I live in America, a lot of things that America do to other countries is wrong. And I can stand on that. But that is my thoughts on the topic. Tell me what you think. Do you agree? Disagree? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Of our relationship with Uganda in light of this decision.
Yo, who the hell do we think we are telling another country that they need to legalize homosexuality or we're not going to give them aid? What kind of backwards ass society do we live in? The nerve of us pushing our weight around to take Western values and push them on other countries. It's okay that you choose to have a same-sex relationship. That's totally fine. That's not what this is about. But when we overstep our boundaries to start saying, hey, by the way, if you also don't legalize it and accept it, we're not going to help you anymore. Yo, man, we've got bigger issues, man, and we just continue to keep pushing our weight around. This is pissing me off.
With a lot of people.
Advise the Europeans and the Western groups that this is one area which should be a no-go area, because if they want real confrontation with us, this is one area they are not going to make our people budge. Okay, they have told us, and we have told them, and they are the ones who provoked it in the first place.
But what about the equality of an individual, as the Western countries would argue, to have the right to choose what they want for themselves? That just by virtue of being a human being, they have certain human rights, and one of which is to express.
Push the narrative. They must push hard, you see.
We cannot accept that behaving unnaturally is a human right.
Why not?
I was
because it's unnatural, so it's not a human right.
Born.
It's a lifestyle choice, and they try to say they're born like that. Rubbish. Right.
That was my argument. But now our scientists have knocked this one out. And once you argue that it is a question of choice, then really you have lost the argument as far as these Ugandans are concerned.
Do you think that by signing the bill, you're taking Uganda backwards?
Not at all, not at all. Uganda is where it has always been. The Uganda have never supported our society since time immemorial, have never supported homosexuals.
What is your message to Western human rights groups, to President Obama,
Respect,
to lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people?
Respect African societies and their values.
Hear, hear.
If you don't agree, you just keep quiet. Let's manage our society the way we see. If we are wrong, we shall find out by ourselves.
Hear, hear.
Just the way we don't interfere with yours.
Exactly.
Do you personally dislike homosexuals?
Of course, they are disgusting. What sort of people are they? How can you go? I never knew what they were doing. That's how I've been told recently that what they do is terrible.
Go on, and that me I tell her straight, yes. In fact, big him up, man. A round of applause for that man there. Remember, I tell you, talk to them here, sir. Run them way.
Disgusting. But I was ready to ignore that if there was proof that that's how he's born, abnormal. But now the proof is not there.
Is this about politics more than morality and religion or culture?
Every angle they try.
There are many critics
look.
that have said this is about 2016. This is about the elections, and the majority of people in this country support what you're doing. They support anti-gay legislation.
But everybody's lecturing us. You should do this, you should do that, you should do that. But this is my house. I know how to run my house. How can you find a married man and you lecture him how to run his house?
There you go.
That shows what we call in Swahili, dharau. Dharau, contempt. Contempt. You cannot see a mature man with a bald head, you see. And you give me a lecture on how to run my house. Sure, I know how to run my house.
Can't tell him that.
We don't believe in homosexuality, and I think as an African, he should take his stand and take what the people in Africa stand for, which is non-homosexuality.
You hear it right there.
I want to congratulate the Ugandan believers for rejecting homosexuality. We have been telling them, please, this problem of homosexuality is not something that you should normalize and and celebrate. I told them that it is true that there was some few homosexuals here before the Europeans came here. I had heard of some few stories, but it was clear that this was a deviation from normal. Like you can have somebody with the 6 fingers instead of 5. But now, the Europeans, because they don't listen, they don't respect other people's views, they want to turn the abnormal into normal and force it on others. I was in the USA in December. Mr. Biden had invited us there. There was this young a lady who came that she's a minister of something. And then instead of talking about things which we agree on, then she brought these homosexuals. I told her, but we're not going to agree. So what I do, I will invite you. You come and talk to my interreligious council. I forgot to tell them when I came back. I forgot about it. So I will now invite her to meet the interreligious council. They can convert her from her position. But it is good that you took a principled stand and you told Canterbury, please, if you want to go homosexual, go. For us here in our language, we say Rubangatiye.
For us here, we say that God is there.
And we say Rubangatek.
And also we say God is mighty.
Very good. So we are not going to follow people who are lost.
Well, anyway, you guys, that is it for the video.
Yes, me I tell you, you don't know, say, there's a whole heap of people who's not taking this thing yet. So, you don't know, say, a sort of thing set, real talk where we express our views on the news, what is out there. You know what I mean? We're not whipping up hate. We're not whipping up nothing like that. We're sitting down here and merely pointing out the facts of what's going on with that movement there. Now, they can say whatever they want to say, you know what I mean? But we don't need to follow them, and we don't need to agree with that lifestyle, because that lifestyle has got nothing to do with us as people who's going through building family and these things. So you don't know, say, it's another Real Talk. Thank you for tuning in on the Real Talk. Large up to all of my VIPs in the room, live and direct. Bluebird, yeah man, Gem Ray, Mystic, Humble, Traveler One, Greg Irie, and who else in this? I mean, I don't know, so some people. MC Trooper, big up yourself. Oh, me can't forget. Yeah man, big up yourself. The whole of the massive who's in here live and direct, yeah? Big up yourself. Greg Irie, big up. I sure I did say your name still. Gem Ray, yeah, me call you as well. Yeah man, large up to all of you that was here live. Thank you for choosing Real Talk. You don't know, so we'll be back here tomorrow, elements permitting, with some UK productions. Yeah, strictly, you don't know, say Thursday is what? Promote the thing. Thank you very much. I don't know, say, yo, you don't know, say, keep it real, keep your eyes peeled. Look at the deal, what's going on around in the system. The narrative is pushing and they're pushing hard. But when you look on the real judgment war go on there, sir, you see the people, them, the bullies, them that was pushing, you know, say, on that fact there, you know, say, in life you always did get a bully, you know. But then the bully get tumbled down, you know. Yeah. Somebody take all a plank of wood and lick him down him head side, and him stop bully again. Him now bully again after that. You don't see it. Somebody just show him some swift justice. Yeah, he or she. You don't see it. Yeah, man, bullies don't work. And that's what certain powers to be from the West, directly, that's what they're doing across the world. Look at the unrest, what's keeping up now. Yeah? And they're displacing, they're responsible for the displacement of many people across the world. But then when the people come turn up at your borders, yeah, there's one hoo-ha and one rah-rah. Look on England, them colonize most of the world. And then these other countries that come on and say, yes, they're going to come and look for the, you know, the motherland. You know what I mean? Come see what this thing is all about. Yeah, they get pushed where? So you don't know, say. I saw the thing said. Real talk of that we say. Anyway, Do remember to join us tomorrow. Yeah, blessed love family. Such time, manners and respect. Blessed steps in whatever you're doing, seeing. Make sure you keep it clean and safe, seeing. Now make the wicked get you out. Keep your consciousness in tune. Okay? Blessed love family. Salute. Seeing, we see you tomorrow for the promotion thing, and definitely it's predominantly UK productions I'll be featuring tomorrow for tomorrow's Hour a Day with the Dread UK. Alright, it's been a pleasure. My name's Gregor Fabulous. I'll see you tomorrow. Blessed love.
Okay, tally ho, farewell. Do tune in again from your host, Gregory Fabulous from the Dread UK.
Gregory Fabulous, come on, give it up.